Introduction. Quantitative and qualitative research methods bear differences and similarities on several fronts. It is however necessary to appreciate the fact that the latter method concentrates on numerals with the aim of quantifying the results while the former concentrates on achieving quality answers, thus concentrating on answering a question on the basis of yes or no. These differences extend to foundational belief systems, sampling approaches, data collection strategies, data analysis procedures and conclusions that can be drawn from the data. Foundational belief systems. The most significant difference is that knowledge generated by qualitative research is a resultant feature of social construction that aims at achieving a certain degree of validity. The knowledge generated by quantitative research methods are founded on ascertained data that is subject to alteration without referring to the perception of the society. The philosophical foundation of quantitative research is deductive and reductionalist, while that of qualitative research is inductive and holistic. The most striking similarity between the qualitative and quantitative research methods in reference to the belief systems is that they both conform to the postmodern philosophy, which assumes no universality truth in reference to the methods of research. The laws of research which practiced universally are therefore rejected. The process of member checking and establishing relationships among different sets of data is a practice and belief evident in both data collection methods. Sampling approaches. The purpose of quantitative sampling is to find a representative from the population with the aim of generalizing the results back to such a population. This differs from qualitative sampling that aims at understanding complex issues related to human behavior. The samples for qualitative research are small, especially when compared to quantitative results, which must offer a representation of the characteristics of the population, a feat that cannot be achieved in qualitative sampling. The most striking similarity is that both sampling approaches are determined by the nature of the research question. This is in addition to both sampling approaches applying a considerable degree of probability in their processes. In both approaches, the researchers have equal chances of accessing the samples. Data collection strategies. Quantitative data collection strategies rely on random sampling and the use of structured data collection methodologies. The results that are produced can be termed as generalized. On the other hand, qualitative data collection strategies play a critical role in the evaluation of the reasons behind the existing processes. Quantitative approaches rely on surveys such as interviews, questionnaires, while qualitative approaches utilize methodologies such as interviews and review of documents. The most outstanding similarity between the two data collection strategies is evident in the need to determine how the paradigms related to the research process fits into the research focus in reference to the formulated goals. The response rates are high in both types of research as long as data collection is carried out in a suitable manner. Data analysis procedures. Qualitative researchers analyze data inductively with the aim of coming up with themes, while the goal of quantitative researchers is to come up with the most suitable means of comparing data. It therefore concentrates on analyzing relationships, differences, and description of information that assumes a numerical nature, while qualitative research begins with open coding, thus coming up with themes arising from raw data. An audit trail is then established to link information to source. The final stage is establishing the association between the various sets of information, thus bringing into focus the concept of axial coding. The similarities in data analysis in both sets of research methods are seen in the relationships that are established among sets of data collected. The ability to carry out factor analysis is also evident in both types of data analysis. Conclusion. The conclusions drawn from qualitative and quantitative data take different forms. In qualitative research, changes in internal consistency among groups and sample members, as evident in the shift of opinions, are determined and attributed to a certain factor. This is in addition to assuming a considerable degree of specificity, thus bringing out the evident themes. In quantitative research, conclusions arising from data analysis assume numerical characteristics that lean towards generalizability. The similarity in the conclusion of data in both types of research is evident in the ability to integrate data and offer different dimensions, critical to the synthesis of the concept among various players. It is worth mentioning that refutation is a procedure present in this stage and relates to subjecting the conclusions to high level of scrutiny. Study Corgi can help you make your studies smarter. Visit studycorgi.com for more samples like this, study tips, and writing tools.